To understand how the working set algorithm dynamically adds or removes pages from your memory frames, let's look at this example, and we are going to be using window size 3. So initially, when nothing is loaded to your RAM and the first memory reference is to page 7, and then page 7 is a page fault, and 7 will be added to your frame. Now, instead of using 3 boxes as you see with FIFO, LRU, or Optimal, I will start with nothing, and then this is the first page or the first frame added to your process. The second reference to page 0 will trigger an interrupt. Then page 0 will be added to your frame. And at this point, the working set is the set 0 and 7. So again, if you look back 3 frames, then this working set will be page 0 and 7. The next reference to page 1 will again trigger a page fault, and page 1 is added, and again the working set will be updated. If you look back 3 frames, then the working set is page 0, 1, and 7. Now the next reference to page 2 will trigger a page fault interrupt. Because of that, we know that page 2 will be added to your frame. So technically at that point, the number of frames will grow from 3 to 4. But when we update the working set, again, if you look 3 frames back, the working set includes only pages 0, 1, and 2, and 7 is not part of the working set, and that's why 7 was there, but then 7 was removed because 7 was not in a working set. The next reference to page 0 triggers no page fault, and again we need to update the working set. The working set stays the same. The next reference to page 3 will trigger another page fault, and at that point page 3 will be added to your frame. So the number of frames will grow from 3 to 4. But again, when we update the working set, page 1 is not included in the working set. That's why page 1 was removed. The next reference to page 0 does not trigger a page fault, but when we update the working set, again, if you look back 3 frames, the working set includes only pages 0 and 3. That's why the working set is here. The next reference is to page 4. That will trigger a page fault. And again, if you update the working set includes only pages 0, 3, and 4. That's why 2 is kicked out. And if you continue making the next reference to page 2, another page fault, you update the working set, and this is the new set of resident pages. The next reference to page 2 does not create a page fault, but now the working set, again, if you look 3 frames back from the current time, the working set includes only pages 2 and 4. That's why page 0 is kicked out, and at this point the number of frames shrink from 3 to 2. The next reference to page 2 does not trigger a page fault, but again, if you update the working set, looking 3 frames back, the working set includes only page 2. That's why page 4 is kicked out. So if you continue in this manner, then you will see the next few updates to the frames, to the resident frames, will be shown here. And now you can see that working set algorithm is indeed a dynamic algorithm because it will change the number of frames to your process. So we start with 0, go up to 1, go up to 2, go up to 3, and stay at 3. And at some point, the number of frames will be reduced from 3 to 2 to 1 and go up again, depending on the behavior of your process.